Are we friends yet?
I just friended you, I
friended
think.
me? Okay, then I'll find you.
Are we friends on Facebook?
If you search Paige, Page, failing, FEHLING, Fox 46.
There's only one who's been stuck with such an awful name.
Okay.
And of course I got like one bar. It's not even bars anymore, it's dots now, but I got one dot.
There you are. You didn't add me.
Oh,
I liked you.
Oh.
Ooh, that's
liked
awkward.
you.
I think because you're I added Luscious Mother.
Oh, you added Luscious
Yeah.
Mother. Okay.
I'm all business.
All right, so I'm plugged in. I am plugged into the recorder, so I can hear
There
me.
we are.
Can you hear me?
I can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can
you.
hear. Can you hear you?
Paige, go ahead.
I can hear me.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
All right, so you got to get
Close.
all in it. Wow, you're like taller than me.
I'm tall.
Your seat is way high.
I'm
Good
tall.
posture.
Great short person.
Yes.
So are you live?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
here we go. What's up? Can you acknowledge? What's up?
I know.
What's up, Facebook?
What's up, Facebook?
Hey, face.
Yes.
I love you.
Would you like me to just
Love
go
you,
pour
Mina.
this?
All right.
Can
So
I
you're
tell you-
live. So I'm going to share.
Okay, Jake's sharing. While I do, can I explain to you? We don't typically take wine out of Irish car bomb cups,
Wow.
but I bought these by accident. So you get a shot glass of wine in the middle of your rest, surrounded by the rest of your glass of wine.
That's awesome.
It's glass. Also super fancy. Hi, Garrett.
Garrett's here.
Garrett, we're
Good
live,
news.
buddy. What's
I
up?
know. I'm watching live, and that's
We
why
just-
I'm here.
Oh,
Yep.
Just got a
Dang.
visit from the principal's office.
Will you pass that to Sarah, please?
Get right
Hello.
in it.
Hello.
This is what I do.
No,
Where
no,
were
I'm
they
in
Here we
it.
go.
filmed from? Because of
Oh, that.
Oh.
The Mevo. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just making sure.
Garrett, could you next time could you dress a little more professionally
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
going to join a live?
Got
I thought you liked crossfitting.
I do love CrossFitting.
Wow.
Thanks,
Okay,
Garrett.
I just shared the live feed, so
And you have the
Check.
recorder thing in there? James?
I'm in. If Garrett is watching,
The recorder? Is it recording?
what is
Dear
that?
Facebook, this is what goes on behind the scenes.
It's
Yeah, here we go.
mine. It has a
So-
shot glass in the middle. Accidentally.
I know. You missed that.
watch your
nice.
knees. You guys.
It's an Irish car bomb cup that I bought by accident when I thought I was just getting. I was like, why is there a little guy in the middle? And then I looked into the outer packages and
Wow.
was like, Irish car bombs at home. And I was like, okay, well, we'll just use them until they run out. And then.
Yeah, why not?
Why
till I get
not?
back to-
It's kind of, you should put a little Jaeger in the middle of the Chardonnay. Why not?
So all right. So everybody's got their
Okay.
mics pointed up. Garrett came in and scolded. us.
Oh, push your mics up.
All right.
There we go.
So have you given everybody the ground rules page?
No. Well, I always forget what they are. Talk
You guys
into your
talk.
mic.
Check the levels. Go. You guys talk.
Yes.
Check. Hi.
Mine works.
How's this?
I can hear myself.
I can hear
little
myself,
louder,
too.
A little
Yep.
louder.
Me?
Yeah.
How's that?
Yep,
You're not
I'm
talking?
good. Oh, talk. Keep talking.
Yep.
I'm talking.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Keep talking. Ever just count
Yes.
to 10 when in
Yes.
doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9,
Yes.
8.
Keep the mic right in your face. Uh-oh.
Perfect.
All right.
Jake will
love it.
scold you if you don't.
Well, I'm just trying to make it sound great.
No,
Paige.
listen.
Welcome to episode 7, where Paige and Jake's relationship goes off the rails
So good.
And a very special.
on a very special. The Olins feel super awkward.
7 and last.
Hey.
Date night.
Forever.
Here we go.
Special. See, now I feel
Forever.
obligated.
Oh, God, I know.
Forever.
Garrett just texted me. Stream looks amazing.
Perfect.
You know what, Garrett? You look amazing.
Yes. Don't.
All right. Hey,
cross the
why don't you intro us, Paige? Why don't you intro us?
All right, let's go. So, welcome to date night, Matt and Sarah Olin. We're pumped to have you guys. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matt, of course, of Creative Mornings. Sarah of Luscious Mother.
Yeah.
Equally pumped about the creativity in your jobs and your outfits tonight. Might I add?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we have issues with the wardrobe choices here.
Oh dear.
Well, let's just jump right in.
get
So,
right
what
in.
are the issues?
Well, I mean, this is offensive.
Well, for those of you who
Offensive.
are, for those of
Who
you who
doesn't
are,
love Bob Ross?
yes. I mean, so for those of you who aren't watching the
Sarah
live stream on
doesn't.
Facebook,
Right.
I am wearing one of my favorite T-shirts, which is Bob Ross painting a supernova, as he does. Happy little black holes.
Happy little novas.
Happy little novas.
Now,
Yes, please, Sarah.
I just have to say,
Talk.
I sent a picture, and there was a contest running.
Okay.
Tabor and Charlotte Agenda, they were running this contest.
All right, you're jumping
we're
ahead
getting
here,
to it.
Sarah.
Yes.
You're jumping
No.
ahead.
Oh,
Come
But
on.
wait, listen.
Oh.
I sent in a picture of Matt wearing this shirt. I'm like, look at this guy.
This was the inspired a makeover shirt.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was
But I
like,
feel like
this
you're
guy
cheating a little
needs
bit because
help.
clearly your glasses say trendy, like you know what you're doing.
I've had this line before. Your glasses say trendy, but your shirt says fill in the blank.
Your
Whatever.
shirt says homeless.
Yeah.
Your glasses say trendy. Your shirt says actually like I would get that, and I would get it.
I like-
Yeah.
I like that you're confident enough to still wear it though.
I'm a walking dichotomy, and yes, I will. It's creative confidence. I
Good,
will
yes.
never get rid of this. I'll be using this as a rag someday,
The shirt or
Oh boy.
okay.
or the pecs. I'm squeezing
Right.
I was getting between that and your I was about to call it your body language. For a second ago, you were just like doing this at the table, and I'm like, all right, Matt wants out. We're
Right.
30 seconds in. Matt wants out. Guys, we're super excited to have you on.
Thanks.
So let's just get it right out of the gate. So Creative Mornings, we've never been. We've been on the outside looking in of
shame.
I know.
yeah,
Shame.
of a couple
Well, I have a
signups.
good excuse.
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, I'm at work at that time.
Yes, that is true.
And the end. Yeah.
I can write you a doctor's note.
Okay, perfect.
James,
No
you
problem.
have no excuse.
I have no excuse.
No.
I also, and especially with Garrett just walking in and out, what he's got going on at Camp North End, the one you just had up there looked amazing. Let's
So
just start
sick.
there. So,
Yeah.
with everything that's going on up there, the energy, the businesses that are going in, and then to have that with the speaker you did, just talk about that a little bit, and then give a little background on Creative Mornings too.
Yeah, so, Creative Mornings is a monthly breakfast lecture series for the creative community. We launched in November 2015 here in Charlotte. We're the 123rd chapter. There are 172 chapters around the world.
Wow.
Dang.
We're
Cool.
part of a big, growing global community.
Yeah.
Each month we produce an event around a one-word theme, and in April the theme was Beyond, and we decided for a number of different reasons we wanted to have Harvey Gantt, former mayor, esteemed architect Harvey Gantt, come be
Hello.
our speaker about the theme of Beyond. I can't believe he said yes.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. Number two, we wanted to be the first major public event at Camp North End, and Varian and all those folks over there said yes, let's do it. And because it's so huge, we didn't have to have a wait list, so we just opened it up, and almost 700 people showed up. 700 people were late for work on 8:30 on a Friday morning because of just because they're incredible. Like, Charlotteans are so creative, and the fact that they all gathered that morning was so fun. So anyway,
Yeah, and I have to put in, because he's being so modest, as he always is, so there's 170 whatever chapters in the world.
Right.
So on the 1-year birthday party that you guys missed,
Ding.
the founder of
Unbelievable.
Creative Mornings came down from New York, and she got up in front of God and everybody and said, "This is the best chapter in the world."
Shut up.
In the world. That's
Shut
what she said.
up.
Come on.
That's right.
Get it? I'm
She
high-fiving.
said, Charlotte,
High-five.
out of Brooklyn, Los Angeles, Tel Aviv. I mean, it's
I love that
literally.
Brooklyn led that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Brooklyn is the number one home
Yeah.
The
chapter.
founding chapter.
The
Oh, is it?
founding
Okay.
chapter.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got it,
yeah.
got it.
And the founder, she's Swiss.
Seems like a Brooklyn kind of thing.
It's very Brooklyn.
Yeah.
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 And it is just, you cannot have a bad day after you go to Creative Mornings. It's amazing. The energy, the people, it's free food. It's just.
Say
But
no more.
I gotta say one more thing about it. Actually, three things in one sentence. It would not be possible without our sponsors, without my incredible volunteer team, and without the citizens of this city. That is the reason it's such a great chapter. It's we're creating the space, but everyone else brings the magic.
So stay there for a second. So I go to a million of these, breakfast networking events, after hours events, and it's like wash, rinse, repeat. Why did this one stand out?
I think part of it is the timing of it that we did. It is targeted toward creative people, but because we were messaging really hard, the first line in our mantra, in our manifesto, is everyone is creative. So whereas you may go to some other Creative Mornings chapters around the world and they are more like designer havens,
Yeah.
not true in Charlotte. In Charlotte, you have, yes, designers, writers, musicians, artists, actors, you name it, but you also have people running nonprofits, lawyers and doctors, stay-at-home moms, people in sales jobs. You name it.
Yeah.
They're all in there because we're celebrating not just the creative spirit of Charlotte, but all of the fact that we're all innately creative.
Oh, I
as people.
love
Which
that.
I think makes it even harder than to stand out, because if it's open all that sounds almost like a chamber event or something. If there's like all these different industries, So come on,
But
man.
you've
What
somehow
is
been
this
able to-
pressure? Is it? Let's put
It's
on our
not-
economist hats here. Is
it's
it like the
not
tickets?
networking.
Like your
It's
yeah.
not networking.
Okay.
That's why it never feels like you're networking. It
It's
just
not
feels
intentional.
like it
Uh-huh.
feels like a party. It just feels like fun. You're going to see amazing humans, hear great music, and there's a speaker, so it's very intentional.
Uh-huh.
And in Matt's last life, he was a Broadway producer, so putting
Yeah.
on an event like this for Matt is like throwing a nice birthday party. I mean, it's very in his wheelhouse, so of course it's going to be meticulous. It's just amazing. There's always surprises and games.
Yeah.
It's really
You may
it's really
you may
special.
see a
Yeah.
business or card be pulled out on a Creative Mornings morning, but for the most part, it feels like you're seeing old friends and making new friends, and so that vibe is a very intentional vibe that we're creating there. And I think that might set us apart. Plus, let's just call a spade a spade. It is a free event, so
Right.
we've
Yeah.
removed the transactional element of it. So
Sure.
so at the end of the day, it feels like a gift of sorts, and that's what we want people to leave going. I cannot believe that was free. I cannot believe that was free. That's the goal.
Yeah, Sarah, you seem like you're super into it too. Do you like it? Do you
Oh
go
my
to all of them?
gosh,
Yeah.
I go to all.
Did you bring your daughter to? I saw at least one, right? Did you
Love
always
that.
bring her?
Okay,
I know,
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we bring, some days are good days to bring her, other days are not, but she loves it.
Your child's not perfect every day. You guys must be terrible parents.
I mean-
Ours are always perfect.
All right, can we define the child? We're talking like around the child. So it's your daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mirabelle.
How old is she? I love that name, by the way.
5. Thank
you.
you.
5. She's precious.
She is.
Is she newly 5 or is she like solidly in that
Newly-
5th year?
Newly.
She's
What's her
newly
birthday?
5.
It's the best. It's the best.
We were told
Does 5
that-
get easier? Because our 4-year-old is a beep.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
is 4 your oldest?
No,
Oh.
that's our baby. It's our only girl, and we're 2 boys and a girl, 8, 7, and 4, and she's
God bless.
Well, what are your previous experiences with the transition to 5? Was there?
With our 15 and 16-year-olds?
Yeah. Let's go back.
No, yeah. Wow. So child 7.
I agree. No, I agree. 5 is a nice leap because it's
Yeah.
like they're fully no longer babies. They're little, but they're still at the beginning of being little kids. So you still get
Yeah.
this sweet kind of in awe of everything, and they still adore you. But they're not yet like our 8-year-old is verging on like the mom, dad, and you're like, whoa, where's
As
your 5-year-old self? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, literally every conversation at our house right now is about poopy, farts, or God.
Oh.
Who made God? Who made
true.
God?
Right.
I'm like,
It
She sounds like
varies.
our kind of
We
girl.
had that in the car the other day. We were talking about Usain
Who made
Bolt came
poop?
up.
Let's talk about that one
yeah,
instead.
let's go back.
Usain Bolt came up, and he was like, he's the fastest
yeah?
man in the world. And Ford, our oldest, our 8-year-old, goes, no, he's not. And Cal goes, you're right, he's not. God is. Yep.
Trump card.
God, the 12-time Olympic gold medalist,
Drop the mic.
100-meter champion.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, right? That's tricky.
What's the next step there? There's nothing.
Yeah, all right.
She's dialed. Mirabelle she turned 5, and no sooner was she 5, she dialed up the sweetness to 11.
Oh.
Like it is
gosh.
incredible right now, right? Like so many kisses and hugs. It's almost I can't even believe it. And then people were telling me 5 is the best, and she turned 5. It's the best.
And it's there. Now she's not. Is she in kindergarten?
Going into kindergarten.
Integrate this fall.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so was she? Let's get a little background on you guys and her and everything. Did I see you went to Gibbons?
I spent a year at Gibbons.
I saw that on your face. Did you know that? Are you from
do we have
Raleigh
a
originally?
Well, no.
Well, we moved here from Raleigh.
Yeah, so my family lived in Raleigh for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And I went to Gibbons during that time, and then moved back home to Charlotte and went to Charlotte Catholic.
Okay,
that's
got
where
it.
I graduated. Yeah.
And I know you did Rhode Island for college, right?
Yes.
Is that home?
Yes.
She's a little roadie girl, a little roadie.
Little row.
Little row. So like
A little
7
row-row.
nicknames. A little roadie, a little row-row, a little ram, blue ram,
right.
or the other ram. Go
And
the
I
other blue ram.
was, and this is a
Sorry.
fun fact.
Couple Tar Heels over here. Go ahead.
I was
know
the
what he's talking
roadie
about.
ram a few times in college.
Rhode
What does
Island,
that
the
mean?
Rams.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were like
The
you dressed up
mascot.
Like the
Shut
actual
up.
mascot.
You were the
How do you
mascot?
fill out- You can't possibly fill out any mascot
No.
uniform.
It
How
didn't
did you
work
have to,
out
It
well.
was the petite ram.
Right.
No, it
The
was
little
a very
petite-
saggy. I was
Saggy ram.
It was sad. I was on the Student
Yeah.
Alumni Association, so they needed
And lost the bet.
someone.
Okay.
They
Right.
needed someone to go around and shake hands with the president, and not the real people were available. So
Like
they're
a little
Saturday,
saggy person.
Will you
Yeah.
do it?
We just
I'm
want-
It's like that. It's like that
Sure.
character in Men in Black, where the guy like puts the other person's skin on.
Yeah, and his face like,
it's really
Right.
awkward.
People actually say I look like that guy. Who's like,
dear.
I've got, when you do the,
As a compliment.
no,
No.
7
No.
chins and like
Sudeikis
the
might be a
loopy,
compliment.
like a
That's- yeah.
slow saggy eye.
You look like your
Again
face
with the
is melting.
saggy.
Oh, thanks.
I get that.
Oh, you don't.
Little
you don't
melty
look-
You
face?
don't have.
melting.
I don't have a melting face.
You don't look like your
No,
face is
no.
melting.
But we could do a side by
Love
side
the Olins.
And check, yeah.
Yeah, I
Love the Olins.
have done that on Instagram, and it got a little too many likes. Gonna be honest.
All
Anyway,
right, so how
you're
so how
Roro.
did this happen from Roro and Rara Charlotte? How did you guys meet?
Do you want to take the lead on this one?
Sure. We met in a bar in Brooklyn.
Yes, but let me add,
Okay.
it was the only time I ever asked the bartender out. She was a bartender. And I said, I'm going for Brooke on this one. And you said yes.
Well, in my defense, I was in a very good mood. I had just gotten back the day before
I
from
love how she said, "In my defense."
Yes.
You could.
Well, I don't want to make it seem like I stole
Because otherwise,
Oh, God.
no way.
Right, exactly.
Well,
saying
you know,
yes
on
on
that
a date to
t-shirt,
me is
right?
an indefensible thing.
Well, as a bartender,
I
you
caught
can
it, Matt.
imagine.
I caught that.
Sure.
You get asked out a lot by crazy people. And one of the best offers, because people would ask me out and I'd say, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to, what will our date be?
Oh,
and one
right.
guy was like, how about a shooting range? And I was like, ooh, that's
Wait,
kind of.
did you go on a shooting
I
range date?
didn't.
Oh.
No.
So
He was
you?
bald.
Oh,
British.
that's a
And
thing for
British.
you?
Here we
And
go.
I'm
We've got a
not.
lot of bald viewers.
I'm not against
Sarah.
bald.
Okay.
I
Okay, all right,
dated
yeah.
a bald
Back
guy.
Look,
okay, good.
I'm gonna say at
turn
least
around.
4,000. Okay, all right.
I really like
See that Facebook?
There it is, Facebook.
Me too.
Get all of it in its glory. It is HD.
We got lights,
That's
we got lots
awesome.
of glare. That was
Yeah.
perfect.
That was
there.
awesome. Yeah.
So he
working
turned
on
out. He turned
Sorry,
out.
we
okay.
are hijacking your story from
I know,
Brooklyn.
sorry.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So I had been in India for a month, and I'd been meditating,
Dang.
and like every day for hours and hours. And Matt walked in, and he wanted to watch the Tar Heels,
Yeah.
So the other
Yes,
Ram.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there
Yes,
you go.
this is where the Rams meet.
and I said
Oh.
no because
New name for the podcast. Where the Rams meet.
Or at least the episode.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Love it.
But I said no because I had just promised the television to someone else to watch the NASCAR.
Got it.
So I said, if you come back later, I'll put on a special show for you.
Yeah.
And he came back.
Yeah, so I went down a couple of doors and actually watched the Heels win at a
Okay.
nearby bar. And then at that point, I said, I wonder if that cute girl is still behind the bar. So I went back to Floyd, and you were still there.
Yep.
You were still working.
Yep.
And the
you
rest
went,
is history.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Was it like
Whatever.
pretty
In
quick?
my
Did you guys
defense-
start? Did you guys start dating right away?
Last guy in the bar.
It was so funny because it was 5 o'clock. I worked like a happy hour. It
You're
was
a day
Sunday
drinker, huh,
afternoons.
Matt?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, when the
I
Heels
was
are
new to
playing,
Brooklyn.
Listen.
when the Heels are playing, let's go.
Let's go, yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
but Matt was sitting by another guy who's really tall, also, but younger. And Matt,
Logan.
and I was talking Logan Horsley, and I was talking to both of them, and Matt was like, "Does she like me? Does she like him?"
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. I was doing like the Newman thing in my head. I'm like, Horsley.
Let's just say Logan's not here right now. All right.
Yes.
That's
May he rest
true.
in peace.
Oh.
No,
Dang.
not
Matt
really.
took him back. This is
Forced him out
before
for Logan.
Brooklyn turned, and Matt took him outside and handled his business.
So where'd you take her on the first date? You had got to top a shooting range there.
Actually, interestingly enough, so at the end of that day, I said, I'd like to continue this conversation over dinner. That was my line. I'd like to continue this conversation
You had
over dinner.
sweet game.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
very formal.
Sweet.
Not so much,
I
but
enjoyed tonight.
it were,
And I
yes.
said, "I bet you do."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something like
Yeah.
that. It was something like that. So what happened was, over the course of the 2 weeks between that and us actually having our first date, I went to Vegas for some bachelor party. You went and filmed some sort of commercial because she was also acting, right? So
Yeah.
you did a car commercial, right?
Wow.
And so we had set up the date, and I was heading back from the airport, and you were heading back from your shoot, and I remember getting a call from you saying, I'm really tired. I don't think I'm up for going out tonight. I thought to myself, here we go again. Right? Like I've been here a
It was
million
great meeting you,
times.
Lucas.
Yeah, exactly. and so, but then I couldn't believe it. She said, but if you'd like to pick up some food, you could bring it to my apartment.
What?
And I was like,
You Netflix and
I am in.
Which today is Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So had
That's-
never been on a date, and I'm already past the guards.
Wow.
Love your style.
Yeah.
Just
So I
date
know.
idea, I mean.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So I picked up some Thai food,
Oh,
picked up a bottle of wine,
Okay.
went to your apartment in Crown Heights, home of the prehistoric rats.
Oh God.
You should have seen these
Oh.
the rodent problem out on the garbage cans. But anyway, and we had a great first date. It was a really beautiful evening, and we learned about each other's families, and sort of the rest is history.
Mostly the rest is history.
It's a pretty intense first date.
yeah.
It wasn't though. It was so chill. We just sat and talked. The only thing was when we went into the living room. At one point, he just turned to me and like kind of jumped on me, and it was just like a lot of
went for it?
kissing.
Yeah, that's not game, by the way.
But it's
That's
not
not
game.
Okay,
Well,
can I tell you what
she
happened
kissed
when
you back.
I tried to do that?
did.
Hey, let's get in there. I tried to do that
Yeah.
on what, second date?
Yeah, no, it was like 3 weeks in.
I mean,
Wow.
It was-
no, it was like
It was
set.
the third day, maybe third or fourth day.
Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
Way to really back me up on this story.
I don't know.
No, so we met in the city, New York, and and we were walking from a Carolina alumni event, and it was like a weekdays when you would go out on weekdays and you wouldn't care, right? It was weeknight, I guess.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
What year was this?
This is 2005.
Yeah.
2005. And what was the event?
It was kids in the tri-state area who were on the fence for Carolina as a school choice.
I planned that event.
Shut your mouth. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
In 2005?
I was on the New York Carolina Club board, and I planned the
And they had us come in.
admitted students
Yeah.
reception
Yes.
at Sardi's.
That's what we're talking about.
Was it at Sardi's?
I
or
don't
were you guys
remember.
there?
That was, I mean,
Was it Midtown?
Yeah.
Theater District?
It was, I was
Yes,
going to say,
it was theater
somewhere in
district,
Midtown.
Probably at Sardi's.
Okay.
So
That-
can I say
I got
is that
goosebumps.
actual
That's-
night? Maybe not. I don't know. But
It was like early spring?
yeah.
It was, so Ted Keith, whose dad was Larry Keith,
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated editor, he is involved and has a scholarship at Carolina's Carroll Journalism School. And so he had Ted come in, and Ted recruited us. And the job was like to sit down and talk to these kids and push them over the goal line.
Yeah, you got to run. They're on the
Right.
1 yard line. You got to.
Wait, and you so basically we owe our relationship to you.
I can't say that that's true.
Well,
I can't say that.
let me tell you what happened after that.
Yeah.
So I thought the chemistry was legit. We went out. There were a couple other Carolina grads, young, having a great time. We went out to a couple bars, discovering their bodies. No, and then no, not really.
Wow.
No, I was like, where do I go with this? And then so we're walking in between streets, like a back alley almost. Everybody else is
Definitely
in front.
a back alley.
And Paige
This
is
story's getting seedier and seedier.
Thank
but
you.
like Paige is a toucher, so you're gonna get like if you say something funny, Matt, she'll be like, oh,
I can't
my
reach
gosh.
him.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I
That
would
was
be like
awkward.
massaging his
That was
shoulder.
awkward. But she's like, and
Yeah.
so like I'm
Contact.
cracking some
Yeah.
jokes, landing a couple, and she's like, I'm like, oh, okay. So we're walking in between
Touchy, touchy.
in blocks, and I lean in for a kiss like that, the same thing, kind of like make the aggressive move. 2-hand push off the chest, and she goes, "Don't be a douchebag."
That's not even the Heisman. That's like the full-on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
get
tackle.
away.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The Heisman
Full-on
suggests, like you win an award. That was the opposite of winning an award. And then she goes like 20 feet ahead, and I'm like frozen in time. And she turns around, she goes, "Let's go, come on. What are you waiting for?"
Yeah,
I was like,
for
"This
cover."
chick is different." Like that didn't even move the needle. Like she wasn't still angry. She was like, "Come on, okay, you stepped out. You made a mistake, but let's go." I'm like,
Wow.
I'm going to marry her. I'm not going to kiss her for 2 months, but I am going to marry her.
Yeah.
Dang
exactly.
it.
Gosh.
Because she's going to put me in line, but she's not going to hold it over me.
But can we go back to thank you for introducing us?
Right.
Oh.
I can't take that sort of credit. I
Okay.
really can't. I just, I know the event. I know the
Yeah.
event because I planned a bunch of them.
That's kind of crazy.
And so I actually didn't know you guys met in New York. That's awesome.
How would you have?
We met at a Carolina alumni event at JP Morgan. There's an exec there who's a Tar Heel and mutual acquaintance, and there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so you guys meet, great first date, and then how long are you in New York? What brought you south?
We dated for about a month, and then Sarah broke up with me.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
right.
I'll let. Well, you did the breaking up, so I'll let you
Yeah.
describe why.
Well, it was 2 months, and what
Oh,
happened
2
was
months.
Matt was not unzipped emotionally. He was all zipped up.
Oh.
And I was really trying at that point in the relationship. Like, I had really long hair at the time. I was doing my hair. I was
what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, oh, we're doing it up? Like, do you have like a
No,
up-
meaning that
Doing
means
it,
from a girl
period.
like putting a lot of effort in. Like I was like,
Exactly.
I would-
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
I was
with you.
putting
Grooming.
effort.
I'm with you,
Like,
girl.
Like a towel around it.
exactly.
Yeah, like-
Grooming.
I blow dried for you.
Exactly.
Step it up,
So
player.
I-
As someone
share
that
some
does hair,
Clearly.
I spend time, so I just said, okay, got
you can
it.
appreciate
that.
me.
I can
then.
appreciate you doing your hair.
Yeah, I mean, I was putting energy and effort in, so I'd show up for a date with Matt, and he'd be like, "Hey, you're late," and I'm like, "Honey, it ain't getting no better than this. So
Right.
if you're not into this,
I was in a funk. I was in a funk.
Can we unpack that a little
Personally.
bit?
Sure, we can unpack it.
All right.
So I would say that I was absolutely emotionally zipped up, which was the term that you would
like
put it
that,
that
by the
way,
Mm-hmm.
which led to a kind of a funny story because when you did break up with me, we took about, it wasn't even a week, it was like a couple of days, and I'd gone out to
a week.
visit my brother in Princeton.
Twin brother.
Twin brother in Princeton,
Yeah.
Currently Associate Dean of Princeton
I
University.
saw that.
You guys are
Baller.
super low achievers.
Super
Right.
low achievers.
Yeah.
We're all very proud of him. Such a slacker. But so I go out to visit him, and I'm recently broken up,
Right.
and I'm thinking to myself, I have made a huge mistake. Like when you know you've made a mistake, and within a day I was like, this is wrong. I totally blew it.
Oh yeah, and we were supposed to go see the Colbert Report that week together.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can we still
Live?
go?" Yeah, I was like,
Did I
"No."
Did I really?
You
Ask
did.
that?
You
Oh,
asked
that
me.
is
You're like,
wrong.
"Can we still go?"
And
I
I'm
was
like, that's not how this
"No."
works.
So basically, I come running back to Brooklyn. I call her up and I'm like, "Can we please meet? I need to talk to you." And she said, "Sure." And I said, "Okay, meet me at the courthouse in downtown Brooklyn." So we meet on the courthouse steps, and I turn to her and I just start bawling. And I'm like, literally, it was like a confession. I'm like, "I love you, I love you." I was confessing my
A month
Did it
in.
surprise even you?
Yes,
When that
it
hit you?
surprised me. And then these words came out of my mouth. "You're right. I am unzipped, and I want to unzip. I want to unzip in front of you." in public.
Wait,
in front of people.
What I mean,
on the courthouse steps.
metaphorically. Okay, got it.
Yes, exactly.
But
So-
I knew he liked me because he would always buy me presents. It was so weird.
Yes, well, you
Such
ever
a
heard of
love
the love
language.
languages?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's his love language, gifts.
Gifts.
Good one.
Gifts.
And I realized it when I met his mom because my mother-in-law is very generous too, loves to give lots of presents. So I put it all together, but I didn't know. We'd walk by some window in Brooklyn and be like, "Oh, that's cute," and the next day he'd be like,
I bought you that thing that
This
you
was
said
me
was
trying to
cute.
unzip.
Gifter.
That's interesting,
Gifter.
but that's not your love language, so you weren't
No, I'm
receiving
like,
it like
how
that,
about
right?
tell
You're
me
like,
I look
share me some
nice?
stuff.
You know the love language.
I mean, vaguely familiar. I'm a girl, so I
Not to be
I know
dangerous.
What is-
Not to be dangerous.
What if you don't know either of those languages? What is mine? I don't really get
You're
to
not
know.
illiterate.
I'm super tall, and I was looking for somebody that fit that requirement, and the rest all fell into place. So you lucked out.
Super low bar. I feel like that was a really low bar.
"It's not,
buddy. No, it's
not.
actually
Being
not.
Tall is
It's very
really
high bar.
important.
Yeah.
Literally a high bar. I see. Okay.
Gotcha.
Love you, boo. Love ya. All right, so what? You just walking around with like just bling everywhere, like bracelets and earrings and cars.
I like clothing more, but yeah.
Okay.
But
What were you?
anyway,
At
so
this
she's
time,
coming
you
back.
were still
Did stuff take a big
copywriting?
turn there?
Yes, it did, because she took me back, and we've been together ever since that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ever since that day.
And are you still just making it rain gifts at your?
No,
Well, you
I had
told-
to stop him at a certain point.
She actually, believe it or not, told me, dial down the gift giving.
I already have a BMW, honey.
Yeah.
No, I wish it was those sorts of gifts, but but you did. You told me to, and I sort of took it to heart. Sometimes you're like, I could use a little gift.
A little
every once in a
something.
while. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like all or nothing over here.
Yeah. But that's a good, good,
Yeah.
good gift to have, good communication to tell him to easy on that.
Easy. I mean, not so easy, but just a little easy.
Pump the brakes.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So at that point, were you? And sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
were,
God.
were you like still, or were you launching your kind of current careers? Were you copywriting, and were you already kind of coaching, or were you working with a company directly at that point?
So back then, I was teaching yoga full time. That was really sort of in meditation in big companies in New York, and bartending part time, and acting. The acting was sort of wrapping up.
Yeah.
I did a few more fun things after I met Matt, but it was, yoga was the thing I was most interested in. And when we got engaged, I was looking at grad schools, and that's when I got into the coaching world.
Okay.
Because I knew that I wanted to be a helper, like
Yeah.
a therapist
Right.
or a guidance counselor, something like that. But I'm like, I don't want to listen to people's problems all day. It's depressing. So,
Which, off camera, you were talking about the skill pop class that you took. When people were talking about their problems with kids, you're like,
Yes.
get over it.
totally.
Yeah.
Have a kid and still have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're more of
That's-
like an action solver, like
Yeah.
let's move on from this, not like a let's wallow in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Totally. The tough love, but a lot of love.
Love that.
Yeah. No, I love that though.
Lot of love.
So I was trying to kind of put together your timeline just based on like is cyber stalking.
Yeah.
And it looked like
We're so good at that.
right.
Nice. Nice word.
Did it seem like you went from like the life coaching trail to then when you had your daughter, you sort of transitioned that into sort of a more focused for moms? Is that right? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah.
I also want to hear what brought you to North Carolina.
Yeah, how you guys both transitioned from there.
Oh, sure. Well, we had both been in New York. You want to talk about that?
Got it.
We had both been in the city
What did
a
he
long
just
time.
whisper to
It's
you?
like
He-
she's-
I'll take that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had just we actually moved here when Mirabelle was 9 months.
Oh.
And we wanted to be closer to family. So it was either...
Because you had her in New York.
Slash save some money.
Exactly.
Yep, I
Have
hear
a
you.
space.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Because your apartment was probably like half the size of this podcast studio.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was about
totally.
the size of it. We had actually lived in an apartment together that was the size of the studio. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear you.
So we knew we wanted to be closer to family. And it was like, well, North Carolina's so warm and civilized.
It's
That's
either
kinda-
Little Roro or North Kakalaki.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
You picked right.
We did.
I mean, no, Roro's great, I'm sure.
Roro is great.
Yes.
And we go a lot. We spend a lot of time up there, but this was such a great choice for us. And
Yeah.
Charlotte is so good. I love Charlotte. It has such a bad rap. I'm a little embarrassed.
Does
Really?
it?
Well, you know, the
I think it's just sort of,
politics
yeah,
okay.
sure, now. Right.
Now.
But in general, in terms of North Carolina and places to, like, in terms, just
sure.
across the country, being on lists and stuff of things to live, right? But I know what you mean now, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think our reputation does precede us in
Yes.
many great ways. And then, of course, the last couple of years has been bumpy
Yeah.
for other reasons.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
You got away with words.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much. And then to answer your question,
Yeah.
what I was doing at the time was focused on developing theater projects and doing freelance copywriting on the side. This is the way I kept money coming in.
Sure.
Because when you're working in the theater world, if you're working on a passion project, there's really no way to monetize that. You just
Yeah.
gotta woodshed it until you have a hit.
Yeah, so just doing a little background, saw that. I mean, with Charlotte or Creative Mornings blowing up, and you're like, wow, this is crazy because I used to hustle. It's the whole kind of backstory. Like,
Totally.
it seems like it's so easy, and
It
this
seemed like
is
an overnight sensation. You're like,
Yeah.
I did other stuff for however many years before this hit. Yeah.
Yeah, about 20 years in the trenches up in the Broadway world.
Wow.
Broadway shows, off-Broadway national tours, like warehouse theater. I mean, you name it. I produced shows in hotel rooms.
Ah.
I mean, all over the place. So definitely,
But you worked on huge Broadway shows for a long time.
Yes, and that's
like
true,
the
too.
Titanic, and has been at parties with every star on the planet. Like, not a lot of hotel.
Let her brag on you. So yeah, not a lot of the hotel room shows sound like maybe a different kind of.
They were some of my favorite projects of all.
Really?
I bet they were, sure.
I commissioned 2 playwrights to write one-act plays.
Yeah.
And I gave them rules. I said, they can have one man and one woman in it. It has to take place in a hotel room. Those are your only rules. And then I rented a room at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square.
Okay.
Checked into the room. Had a friend on the inside ordered up a bunch of chairs, and we rearranged the room so one half was an audience, the other half was a hotel room, and we literally sold out the entire weekend.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, like totally covert too. Like
Yeah.
sent them what room we were in. Like
Yes.
please don't talk to anybody. And then when the show was over, we checked out.
What a fun idea.
And
So
we
fun.
remounted it here in Charlotte.
See, I was just gonna say, are you gonna do that here? Have you ever done it here?
I did it here in 2003 with another producer named Ann Lambert here in town. And I mean, I think Creative Loafing said it was the theater event of the year.
Oh my gosh, I
It
bet.
was a long time ago. But
How fun. See, it's ideas like that people hear and go, I'm not creative.
Yeah.
I shouldn't go. Because that's
Well-
like so just cool and out of the box. And
it was super fun. It was, by some accounts, one of the first immersive theater experiences in Charlotte.
uh-huh.
And of course, I mean, there's so many great theater artists like doing great work here now. And one of my goals is to keep nurturing that. I want more theater happening in Charlotte, for sure. But the last show that I conceived and developed was a show called The Other Place, which, as it was closing, we were wanting to be near family, and it all sort of. We actually packed up the U-Haul and left New York the day it closed.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So is family here or southeast?
It's my family is in the is in South Charlotte, basically.
Wow.
Oh, how
Yeah.
great. Wait, are you guys in South Charlotte?
No, we are currently in Chantilly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea where that is.
I was going to say, I'm like,
Plaza Midwood.
oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
really, Paige? Where's Chantilly? 'Cause-
Drive for it.
Yeah.
I frankly, honestly, don't even really know where
So-
Plaza Midwood is on a map, but I know it's cool.
No, we
I
know
do.
Plaza
No, I
Midwood.
do.
We
I
know
do.
Plaza.
We're in Valentine.
Valentine.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it.
I just am
Oh,
horribly
Valentine.
directionally
Oh.
challenged.
Did you see that?
Valentine's good.
Oh, she just
Did
gave
you hear
me
how her
bless your
voice
heart
went?
shirt.
Yeah, she was like,
Look.
Valentine's
It's like
fine.
getting defensive over there.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Why are you just getting higher?
Yeah.
It is. No, Valentine's. So this is what she
She's
dealt
like
with in the
giving us
skill
her
pop
therapist
class.
encouragement voice. No,
There-
you guys are doing
No,
great.
Valentine's fine.
Valentine's great.
We're building in Marvin. You know where Marvin is? Probably not. Great.
Exactly.
Great.
Where
A little
is it?
farther south,
Farther
right on the
from-
border,
Oh,
but in North Carolina. Anyway, so let's just change the subject to Plaza Midwood. Great. So have you been there since the move?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
I was just drinking my hop experiment from
Do you love it?
I know you didn't give a beer shout out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are we drinking?
Off the top.
Out of the same cups. We gotta get like
Yeah,
legitimate
I
cups
know.
at some point.
They're
Those are
horrible.
nice.
Yeah. No, Hop Experiment, which is Woody and Wilcox's experiment session from Noda. Yep, and we got a couple other local brews to switch to for our next round, Matt.
You know, oh wow, fantastic!
Yeah.
You know, Susie,
Yes.
one of the co-owner of Noda, was one of our Creative Mornings speakers last
Saw
year.
that. Yeah.
Two very cool things. One is that she spoke on the theme of magic, and the reason we asked her is because years and years and years ago, brewing beer was considered magic. It was alchemy. It was considered magic.
Uh-huh.
So that was sort of her way in. And number two is they brewed a special beer for Creative Mornings Charlotte. It was the
Cool is
coolest thing. It
that?
was a coffee IPA.
Ooh. Oh.
So we served it in the morning at Creative Mornings on a Friday morning. It was
Love it.
that is
They
awesome.
do super cool stuff.
You and Susie have built a little relationship
She's
recently,
my
right?
new segment producer. I
Yeah.
adore her. Yeah, we ran into them at a tasting thing at
Yep.
Woody and Wilcox tasting
Dessert
thing.
and beer tasting.
And she has,
Unbelievable.
yeah, it was awesome.
Wow.
They paired it with chocolates. They paired different beers with chocolates from the Secret Chocolatier
Yep.
in Valentine. Used to be Valentine.
Oh, see?
Switched, yeah.
See? Oh,
Anyway,
that's
she's
fine. That's fine.
That
Sounds everything's fine. There's a lot of kids down there, right? Oh, it's a shame what happened to you guys. Oh,
Bless.
unbelievable.
So since
You're like, I don't.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. We're
Since you're
just
making fun of Valentinians,
Yeah.
and we make fun of ourselves as well, let's talk a little bit about your business and what you do with that. And because I
Luscious
think
Mother.
Luscious Mother.
many
Hi.
of our listeners can relate. I mean, that's kind of everybody's wheelhouse, especially having
Yeah.
kids and couples with kids, etc.
Being a mother.
Yes.
Right?
Being a beautiful mother.
Luscious
just
Mother.
block
Tell us,
Facebook
how
from
did
seeing
you
that?
come up? How did you come up with Luscious? I mean, and why not? But what
Right.
gave you that inspiration?
It's an amazing name, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It is.
It was actually my coach at the time. She was asking me a bunch of questions about all the things that I wanted to create. You know, 6-figure business and video series. And at that time, I had an opportunity to go in and coach at the UN. And she was like, well, who do you need to be to do all that? You know, what would you need to bring to the world? And I'm like, Luscious Mother.
Just
You
sort of
know?
popped out.
Yeah.
Really?
Ah,
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you're now, I guess, how old your daughter is? Are you about 5 years into that?
Yeah,
Cool.
about.
And so far so good. Like, what do you offer? What's your
Oh my
sweet
gosh.
spot? I mean, I know you offer a lot of kind of coaching, wellness, work-life
Yeah, how has it
balance.
changed since you
right now
started
you're
to
balancing
now?
extremely
Oh my
well.
gosh. It's funny. In my business, when I started, I was just kind of throwing things against the wall. I didn't know a lot about building that sort of a business, and it's just been amazingly successful. And I've been really lucky to get some really amazing clients who love to tell their friends, and have some particular niches that I've created. I work with a ton of attorneys. I work with interior designers. I work with wives of professional athletes. So they all tell their friends, and they're like, "Oh, Sarah changed my life," and they're like, So they're all like
Killer
calling me,
word of mouth.
Uh-huh.
But I've, you max out in a one-to-one sort of level. So I've created some group coaching programs in retreats, in-person retreats, which is super. I just did my first one this spring, which was unbelievable. These women got together and they were like butt naked emotionally. Like everyone was crying and laughing and just sharing all these things that, we don't normally talk about. You wouldn't talk about on social media, like, oh, my husband rejected me. I was standing in front of him naked and he's like, what do you want? Like that kind of thing.
Yep.
Just very, personal, intense stuff. So it was amazing. They loved it. So I look forward to doing more events like that and having a bigger impact.
Yeah.
Can I say something about why I think your business has taken off in the way that it has? And you may disagree, so feel free to push back in the same way
Please
that...
do. That makes the best.
Give them a
listening.
page pushback.
Yes,
You
in
need
the
to.
same way that Paige
that's
did
a
the double
full-on.
pushback.
Don't be a douchebag.
But, right. But I think it's because your style of coaching is not for the faint of heart. Like, you do not let people off the hook. You first of all dig deep and figure out what they want in their life, what they really want in their life, and then you basically hold them to that. And then when the going gets tough, like, that's where the tough love shows up. And it's like, it's a lot of tough and it's a lot of love. But I think that's one of the reasons. And you work with people who maybe aren't used to folks putting them in that place, and they secretly love that.
Well, it's funny
They
because
definitely love that.
yeah. Well, it was really funny. There's been a couple of occasions where I've been like on the phone yelling with someone, and Matt's like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Oh, I was just talking to a client." He's like, "You were yelling." I'm like, "I know. I was
That's
fired
what they
up."
needed to hear.
But she brings it like she calls it taking a stand for her clients, and you really do take a stand for your clients, and that I think is where the magic is that sort of passion that you bring to it.
Well, it's all about, because everybody wants to do stuff, and then we feel a particular way. We don't feel like it, so then we don't want to. And we all have that experience. I have it, and I have, I have a coach who holds me accountable. So it's just a really great support structure. But if I don't remind my clients of what they said, then I have no job.
This is so funny. So I went through one of those kind of 3-day, fully immersive, bury your cell phone, whole thing.
Yeah.
And I came back, and Paige still says that was the favorite me.
Oh,
that
you
she's
were.
ever.
Oh, I know. I love you always, but you
I'm
did
no
come
longer
back.
that guy, so.
The guy that came home was
I
was
came
the
home and I'm
favorite
like,
you?
look,
He was
babe,
suddenly
I just-
very like.
How long
you
did
could
the favorite
hear
you
stuff.
last?
seconds.
Long
apparently.
enough for me to hearken back to it.
Often she's like, "Where's
Remember the
where's that
time?
Jake?"
Yeah, an hour
What
later.
was it?
Where's my favorite Jake?
What was it?
Doctor.
What was it that I noticed?
John
you mean?
Grinnell. He's actually a coach in Chapel Hill, but he does a retreat down in Wilmington.
Yeah.
And it was the same again, 3 or 4 days, and there were 8 of us. Everybody's
Wow.
crying. Same thing, wide open, like
All
just-
men?
No, mixed.
Oh, okay.
Good. Wow.
Crazy stuff. But when he came to Charlotte after we moved, this was like 2 years later, and I told Paige this, and we met for a drink, he like pegged the needle the other way, like not sort of aggressive, but just like kind of coach, like he had learned over those 3 or 4 days what worked for me, what I needed to hear. And he went there and it was a little like, whoa, like a little jarring because he had to go one speed for 8 people, but that he had learned with me. And initially I kind of was like a little defensive. I'm working on it.
Your voice went really high, like kind of a Valentine defensive.
Valentine defensive?
What are you saying, Doc?
And but then I realized that it was like, somebody telling me to do burpees or lift or work out. Like I needed that. So I totally can appreciate it. So are you more retreats like after this?
More,
For sure.
For sure.
Do you do it solo? Do you coach solo? Or do you bring in reinforcements? Because that is exhausting, I gotta think.
It actually is. This weekend was small enough. It was a small group. There were like 10 people, so that was not too much. But the one that I'm planning for this winter will be bigger. So likely I will have, and I had a support team. I had people there to support me and handle lunches and put music on. And,
I think you've got one attendee over here.
Yeah,
so
right?
We
Sign
were
me
watching.
up, I know.
We were watching your video, and like you were talking, and I was kind of looking at her, and she wasn't looking back at me because she was watching, and she was like,
Oh, she did that.
it was like Get Out. We watched Get Out last night, where she spins the spoon in the cup, and I'm like, are you going to the sunken in place?
Sunken in place.
Like, oh my
whatever it's
god,
called.
you got her.
You remind.
Yeah.
I'm sure you hear this a lot, but is it you're a bit like Glennon Doyle Melton, The Monastery, like that? You remind me a lot of.
I
You don't
never
hear that?
got that.
Really?
No, I'm honored. I'm a fan of hers.
You must be. I would imagine.
Put it on the
never
book
heard
flap.
No.
Do you know her?
I not personally.
Just no, me neither.
Yeah.
We can just both fangirl about her, but you remind me a lot
She's
of her.
awesome.
You kinda love her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
A
awesome.
lot of people do. I mean, she is
She's
sort of like
great.
the epitome of the like.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
open mom who's
Right, like show you my flaws, but also my weakness, but also just show you that you're strong. But you can be. I mean, all of the like
Totally.
anything you want to. Yeah,
Yeah.
You speak that language better than I do, but I like her. That's what
She's
I say.
amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a huge compliment.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let me
Well.
ask you this.
Matt,
as
you
I
want to get out of here?
Stop. No,
Got
because
2 more beers
no,
to
because
get.
we want to talk to both of you about this
Oh.
because Jake and I talk about this a lot, and I'm curious from your focus here because I know as a woman, yes, he wants another beer. Do you want another
Oh,
beer?
do you want another one?
Yeah, bring it.
Okay.
When you have, oh no,
Oh yeah.
oh okay,
Oh,
he'll help you if
Matt,
you don't
you
have to
shouldn't.
finish it.
Yeah.
When you
Let
have,
me add one.
he's still got a ways to go. When you have a child, you introduce a child into the relationship. It becomes, especially as a woman, the focus becomes I'm a mom, I'm a this. We have a child, and there's all these things for working moms and moms in the workplace and whatever. And our thing we always discuss. I'm like, the dads are parents too. Like, well, you know, in two ways. We need to support the dads too, but we also need to give them some of the responsibility.
Well,
like,
wait.
There doesn't need to just be working mom support groups at workplaces. There need to be working dad support places because the men then go like, oh, she's a mom. She's got. I'm like, you have kids too.
Oh, totally.
Right? Like, do you guys ever? How do you handle all that with each other?
It's so equal.
He gave you the nod.
It's so
You take
equal.
this one, dear.
He's in it to win it. You know, it's very split. You know, we both have.
Practically speaking, how do you guys handle it? Like, how do you split it up?
Well, one of the things that has been different from day one, I say different, but it's atypical from your typical setup, is that when we moved down to North Carolina in 2013, I think that was, you had committed to this coaching program in New York, 1 weekend a month for a year. And so I knew, here we had a newborn-ish, toddler almost.
Still in the
6
weeds,
months.
for sure.
In
Still in the
middle.
weeds.
Yeah, still in the weeds.
Term,
Still in the weeds.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I knew that I was going to be full on me every 1 weekend a month, and it turned out to be an amazing thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I have such an amazing relationship with Mirabelle, and it's because that was part of our circumstances. Like I knew it was like full on daddy duty mode, 1 weekend a month, and it's been like that for 4 or 5 years. Almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
So
Forever. Yeah.
So that sort of set the tone.
Ushers
a little bit.
in your favorite story.
Please.
No, go ahead. No,
Right.
finish.
Well, I was going to say, that's sort of, in a way, that kind of set the tone for us, where it's like, yeah, this really is incredibly equal in terms of tagging each other out. There is a lot of tag team parenting when you're as busy as we are, but there's also a lot of family time, too. So.
Yeah.
No, I think that's
Favorite story?
It's not so much a story as just exactly that point. We have a very similar type of thing with my job. I host a morning show, so I am gone every single morning. I leave in the middle of the night, which means every single morning he has all 3 kids by himself.
Yeah.
Guys, it is really hard.
It's badass.
Wow.
It is, but we went from when we had the
Yes.
kids when I was home or sort of part-time working or looking for work, and he would come home from work and I would literally be sitting on the porch like, what took you so long? Like, here, there, yours, it's horrible. And he'd go, what's the big deal? To me going to work and him going, nobody would get dressed. June pooped all over the place. Callan Ford got a fight.
Always
And me
pooping.
going, and they're horrible. And he would go, I know they're horrible. And it was such a good relatability between the two of us.
Yeah.
No,
And
it really
yeah,
is.
and such a
Yeah.
good, and I feel like probably for a man, because women, I don't know about you, but I grew up knowing I wanted kids. I wanted to be a mom. I love to babysit. I love to be around babies and things. Not as many men feel that, and I feel like it was very empowering for you, and I would imagine you too, to go, I can do daddy duty by myself for a whole weekend, and she's great, and we're great.
Yeah, well, I will say absolutely. I mean, I was scared out of my mind.
Right.
The first part, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. We can go back to pre-Mirabelle. We had lots of conversations where I was like, I don't know if I want kids. Like, I actually didn't know.
Yeah.
Of course, we ended up, Mirabelle was a pleasant surprise, and I don't mind saying that.
You
She
know.
can listen to this in a few years.
Was she
and know
surprised?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a surprise.
She loves podcasts. I
She
see.
does. You guys are big in the 5-year-old
Sweet.
thing.
Mirabelle is
Podcast lover.
tearing through this live stream.
She really is. She is.
Oh, really, Mom and Dad?
Right.
Okay.
But
I
it-
remember the day. Just
Okay.
Oh.
yeah.
Little irresponsible
Whoa.
afternoon.
The day.
Bounce
Hey,
it
Dad.
now.
This is the first time this has come up between you
I,
two.
I had just.
It was a Wednesday.
Right. You probably could pinpoint the day because it is the day I got back from Ireland, right?
Oh, yeah, it was.
That's right.
He
Right?
remembers the day too.
I had a
baby.
little jet
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
No, but
Poor
I was
little-
pregnant at my wedding.
Little
and I didn't
Jameson
know.
starts flowing.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big drinker. I didn't have one drink at my wedding. And not because of anything. It was just so
Just
crazy.
so happened.
Yeah.
And then you found out you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
the week after, we were on our honeymoon, and I could not get my energy back no matter what. And I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal getting married.
Right.
But
we're in Asheville, right?
I couldn't stop eating.
She couldn't stop eating. In my mind,
Great place
I
to
didn't
eat.
tell her this. But
Great
yeah.
place
I mean, hey, if you're
That's-
pregnant, go to Foodie
Yes,
Town.
please.
If you're thirsty for beer, hungry,
Yeah.
try Asheville.
Yeah.
That's their tagline.
Amazing. Yeah, no kidding.
Right,
yeah.
If you're pregnant, come here.
So we're there, and she's having these symptoms, and I'm saying to myself, literally, she's pregnant. But I'm not saying it to her. And then it was on the trip down the mountain at the end of the week that I turned to her and I said, I think you're pregnant. And she's like, I'm not pregnant. I would know if I was pregnant.
I would know.
So I was
Bleh.
like, well,
Yeah.
so I said, well, honey, I'm going to buy a pregnancy test when we
Yeah.
get home.
Gifty.
Sweet. Right. So we get airport, fly back to New York because we were still living in New York at the time. I go. They come in twos now. It's a.
We're very familiar with
two-pack,
pregnancy
right?
tests.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking to Dr. Five Test over
Right,
here.
right.
I don't believe this one.
Right. Hey, you get another punch. That means a free one.
Yeah. Paige, I'm pretty sure we're pregnant. I'm almost pregnant at this point.
So we come home, and I'm like, here, I want you to, take this. And so she's like, all right, fine, I will, but I'd know if I was pregnant. She takes it. She comes out. She's like, well, I'm pregnant, right? Instantly, like, we flip, right? Because I'm, like, on the floor. You're like,
and you're
you
freaked
instantly, no, you were like.
I was happy.
Yeah, you were happy.
Yeah.
And then the next
Were
day.
you on the floor angry?
No, just shocked.
Just shocked.
Even though I'd been saying the whole time you're pregnant, the actual evidence proving that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The next day, I said, it comes with two. Why don't we just take it one more time?
Sure.
Because sometimes those are false positives.
Love it.
Yeah.
And she says, well, I know I'm pregnant. I would know. Trust me, I know.
Oh, so you
if
didn't
I'm pregnant.
you like went the other
she
way.
totally went the other way.
Listen, doctor.
You're like 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
You were ready to yeah.
Yeah.
It all made sense though. I just thought I was having really bad PMS.
Yeah.
No. And then
5 years later.
a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so can we get a peek into your relationship here in Charlotte now? All right, so we know what you're up to now. Where do you guys like to go? What does date night look for you guys? Do you have a favorite restaurant or bar, or when you get a sitter, do you go to podcasts always?
We always go to podcasts.
Yep.
Right.
Got it. So where are you up to next? You're doing Margarita Confessional?
Yes, that's next. Yeah,
Got
we're doing a 3 for.
C5, yeah.
Okay.
And head over to C5.
Perfect.
Yeah. Typically, if we do go out, it's to grab a bite. We'll go to Seoul Gastro Lounge.
Oh,
Sure.
love that
Love it.
place. So
Yeah.
good.
It's in a very hidden away neighborhood called Plaza Midway.
Oh, get out of my
Okay, here we go.
face.
Have you guys ever been to Chili's? Because there's 7 of them.
Really?
Between Bell.
Really?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Olive Garden?
Yeah.
I love Olive Garden.
Hey,
I'm not supposed to
by the
say
way,
it
you
in
just
public.
said 2 of my favorite restaurants: Chili's and
You
Olive
and Jake
Garden.
need to get out of here after the podcast.
Seriously, gosh. All right, so Seoul, amazing. All right,
Seoul is
Legion,
so good.
beer guy.
Yeah.
Gotta love
We haven't.
Legion.
We don't usually go to breweries together.
Oh,
right.
okay.
You're the
Well-
only person in Charlotte.
Right. Well, I'll go to breweries with my friends, but
Well,
but
we'll go with,
you and I
on
won't
the
go to breweries.
weekends with Mirabelle sometimes. Like if friends are going,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
go. But on date nights, usually it's like dinner.
Yeah, we'll go get
Any
dinner
other
and then
favorite
come home.
places? Seoul. What else?
We like to go to what's the one over by next to it's across from the Rusty Bucket in South Park.
Oh, Dogwood.
Dogwood.
Yes.
We have not been to Dogwood
Oh,
yet.
Dogwood
It's on our
is
list.
Good.
Yeah.
Dogwood's good.
Beautiful restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing.
Good to know.
What else? Sometimes we like to kind of go down and dirty with it too, right? Like,
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Unzip.
was
We
that,
did a hotel
sir?
room show.
What was
I
that?
have no idea.
Jerky with it.
I like.
He went all the way out of the end, and she goes, I don't know what that was. Oh,
I
my
mean, like
gosh.
we'll go to a restaurant like I don't know, like nothing fancy.
Just like a little
Sure.
like hole in the wall.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
Yeah.
Painted in a corner all of a sudden on this down and dirty comment.
Are you
But-
looking for a down and dirty recommendation?
Yes.
Have you guys ever been to the Papusaria on Central Avenue?
No.
Wow.
No.
So get on the links, the blue line, right?
Okay, yep.
Same thing.
I don't know, I've never
yeah,
taken a
and
train
it stops,
to it.
It
No.
stops right there.
Oh, that place. I'm thinking about the place on Central Avenue where we went after.
Oh, by Bojangles.
Right.
Yes.
Coliseum.
Coliseum.
But
Bojangles
you are
is what I was
right.
talking
about. Coliseum.
That's what I was talking about. Oh, not actual Bojangles.
All right, so now we know where you guys like to go to dinner. Can we talk about your wardrobe? Because I'm going to call BS a little bit because like you
Sure.
got clearly like a Brooklyn hip vibe. You didn't need a makeover.
You're already
I'm
pretty
going to
cool.
give you the pass because
Yeah.
you're a name. Everybody know. All right,
Sure.
creative. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the experience. Did you submit? Like what? How
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with the
Because you look good, my man.
with the picture.
Yeah.
of
Well,
this.
thank you. I've gotten a little flack for the rolled up cuffs. See, here's the thing.
Oh, that's
I
huge.
did notice the rolled up cuffs.
So here's
Huge.
the thing. Tabor is amazing, and I'm just saying this because they hooked us up with this
Okay.
thing, right?
Right.
Like
A lot of plugs, Matt. A lot of plugs
Those
in this
people over there are incredible,
they're-
and the clothes are incredible. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I'm gonna at the next Creative Mornings, which is this Friday, I'm gonna wear one of those outfits. I'm gonna shout them out there too, so you heard it here. But
Awesome.
these guys are great. Now, there's a guy there named Scott, who's kind of like he shops for all the men's clothes. I think he flies over the world. and,
He's
like,
a
picks these
buyer,
stuff.
yeah.
He's
Okay.
incredible.
Okay.
But he also like styles people. So I'm there, and he's like a magician. Like he'll put something on you, and then
Yeah.
he'll start doing this thing with his wrists where he's flipping up your cuffs and stuff on your
So
face.
much
Never would
flipping.
think to do.
There's so
We're
much
big
flipping
guys.
going on.
We're big guys.
And I'm
That's-
like,
yeah.
I'm feeling kind of flummoxed and flushed around the whole thing, right?
Right.
Because he's just like, he's cuffing me.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm like loving it because it was actually my birthday. It was on my birthday when the stylist thing.
That worked out.
Perfect.
Worked out really nice. And it was so much fun. It was a blast. So yeah, like, you know, I ended up buying a lot of stuff too.
Did you?
Yeah, they were very
did.
generous with the award, the allowance that the winner got, but then I also, you know, kind of
What do you think?
Treat yourself.
Oh
Did
my
you like
God,
them, or did you?
amazing.
Because I mean, you clearly have it
Put it
together.
together,
You've
yeah.
Killer style.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So what did you think?
Oh, I loved it. It is beautiful, amazing clothing, and it was awesome. It was hilarious. So the day of the shoot was the day of the retreat, the
Right.
Sunday of my Luscious Mother retreat.
Oh, yeah.
So it was his birthday. He got to go in and do this like makeover. He had a blast, right? Can you
Did you
imagine?
go?
It's like Pretty Women.
Oh,
No,
what a
I was
fun
leading
thing.
this thing.
she was in a retreat.
You were sorry, in the
Yeah.
retreat. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like Pretty Women for him, and he
was.
loved it.
It was an afternoon montage sequence.
Yes.
So much flipping and cuffing.
Dressing room, so much flipping and cuffing.
So he comes back. Now I'm sitting there with my mother, my sister, and my in-laws, and my good friend Anna. And my father-in-law had just been complaining. He's like, I got these shorts at Tommy Bahama. They were $80. $80 for shorts. He was going on and on and on. We're like, oh my
Meanwhile,
God.
you're putting on shirts that cost more than his life.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Right, so Matt comes back and he's like looking happy and fly. He's got on this amazing outfit. So we're like, Matt, what was like, you know, the most expensive thing that you got? And he's like, my sneakers. And we're like, okay, how much were the sneakers? You know? He's like, $500.
Stop.
My
Stop it.
father-in-law almost had a heart
Punched you in
attack.
the
We were
face.
screaming.
Whoa.
We were screaming. Now, these are special sneakers you have to understand.
Sure.
They're so
They-
special I don't wear them.
Are you-
I'm scared
Are
to
you
wear
dunking
them.
now? Did you dunk? Did you go to like what is special?
So
They're
I'm
beautiful.
actually doing some mental gymnastics these days to sort of get to the place where I feel comfortable scuffing up these expensive white shoes. They're gorgeous shoes. They're handmade leather shoes inside and out from Italy. And I need to start wearing these puppies because they're amazing. And
You can't have
I-
$500 statues.
You
sitting at
can't.
home.
You
Yeah.
can't.
No
Like,
kidding. It's like
you
you
gotta
get
get 'em
something
dirty.
nice, you have to wear
Yeah.
it. That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You gotta get them dirty.
Yeah.
And I did learn that I'm not much of a cuffer. Like, someone pulled me aside and said, "Yeah, I saw saw that sort of photo shoot, and it's like the clothes look great, but man, you got skinny ankles." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Yeah, you're right." Like,
Yeah.
That is
you know,
coming back,
I
though,
went
isn't
back
it?
and I looked.
What,
and I
skinny ankles or
Your
cuffing?
ankles look
Skinny
great.
ankles coming back.
No, a lot of
Skinny
cuffing.
ankles are-
Everyone's
Yeah.
cuffing
I know.
where I work.
Yeah.
One of the, we had a young guy on the show the other day, and he had pegged, like, do you remember pegging?
Yes,
yes,
We called it
100%.
pegging.
Yes.
So when you'd fold it over and cuff it, I think it's back.
So if you have
did it,
super
don't shrug,
skinny
you-
ankles like me, you want to
You're
show
in
them off.
luck, exactly.
You know, if I start running down the street, they're gonna snap in half. I got like these
But you should
POW legs.
go. Because
Better than
there is
ankles.
something amazing.
Yeah.
See, the opposite.
Honestly, when you put on clothing that like
You-
really fits and look fabulous,
you don't have to
should
sell
do
me.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You
Sarah,
don't-
can
you
you
don't have
come,
to sell
like, have him mow lawns?
Gift
buy
me.
his
Would you do a love language? Learn a love
shoes,
language.
please.
Hey,
I want a gift.
the
True, that is just
Tabor
love
is a
language.
great place to
Give
work
me
on the
some-
love language.
Okay.
Give me
That's
some
good
gifts.
birthday.
Okay.
I like love languages. All right.
Yeah, not
I'm sure you got. We're getting toward the end. I'm sure you got another. All
Okay.
right. This may be a little personal.
Okay.
You just used the term mental gymnastics. You're clearly in touch with everything going on here. What does it look like in your house? Like, do you guys challenge each other? Do you meditate together? Do you like?
What do you fight about?
Do you coach each other? Man, like I
Yeah,
want to
well-
know. Like, because like what we do, we just kind of like who can talk the loudest. That's our deal.
Yeah, that's one way.
She could talk
So-
about it, by the way.
So, well, I can. The phrase "Don't coach me" has been uttered
Oh,
yes.
in our
Come on, we're gosh.
House.
Wait to the end on this page.
quite a bit.
Right.
Right, but that's just it's natural. I mean, certainly.
And he could be a coach by the way he talks.
I get it.
So,
I see it. Sure.
He could be. He's been, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so in the world
Yeah.
and in the language with me.
Yeah.
And he's been coached by different coaches. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he's
Which can
been
be
around.
great, but sometimes you want to be like, let's not coach each other.
Yeah, let's
Totally.
dial down the coach talk. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Got it.
How would you describe it? I mean, I think we're pretty good, but we get into the weeds sometimes.
Oh, sure.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that I love is we laugh a lot, especially in bed
You
at
guys
night.
are laughers. Sure. What?
We laugh. Yeah.
You got.
That's always
Really?
great when you take your
No.
clothes off and someone starts
So it's
laughing.
laughing. Yeah, wait a
Hey,
minute.
honey, I love our
I'm like
relationship.
reviewing the
Finally-
videotape now. Like, yeah, you're
I
right.
know.
Every time I'm naked, you're laughing.
Put those tight roll jeans back
We
on.
finally unzipped, and she decided, now I can laugh at
We're bringing everything back right
It
now.
really
This
is.
is amazing.
We just
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun, and Matt and I meditate together sometimes.
How
I
does
kind of
that work?
meditate on my own.
To meditate with someone else.
Great question.
Yeah.
I frankly don't even understand meditation.
I'm being
in general,
serious,
to be
yeah.
honest. I know everyone always
Seriously.
asks that, but
Well, Sarah has come up through the Kundalini school of yoga and meditation, which has a lot of chanting in it.
Oh.
So I have found, as a amateur yogi and chanter and meditator, that having the beautiful music in the Kundalini tradition helps a lot, because it's sort of beautiful music with repeating mantras, and you can literally just like close your eyes and go into that music. And it helps a lot versus just sitting quietly and like, what was that? What was that?
yes.
Yes.
That's what I think I would
Yeah.
do.
Right? So
You need to find
Mirabelle
a style
walks in.
that works. for
Mom, there's Netflix, Mom. And you're like, I'm meditating loudly.
I just found out I was a surprise, Mom.
Oh,
she is tying
you
all
guys
those
know
loose
Jake and Paige Fleming? They have a podcast.
Fleming
It's the worst last name, but anyway, go ahead.
is failing.
So you meditate together.
He just
Sometimes.
corrected you.
I know he did.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Do be honest, do you ever like break character or whatever and start like laughing while you're
Oh,
meditating
totally.
together? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll look at him. I'll be like, "You're not into this, are you?" He's like, "No." I'm
No.
like, "Well, go away."
Is it the
I'll
ohms?
do
Is it the that or
No, it's
like,
not so much ums. It's chanting mantras over and over again.
It's like it sounds like a song in another language.
Is it really cool that when you do both lock in together doing it? Is
It's
it like a really
awesome.
cool? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so.
yeah, when it happens, it's very, very
Yeah.
cool. And when it doesn't happen, I just go eat some sour cream and onion chips, and she keeps meditating.
Perfect.
Yes.
Delicious.
delicious? That's cool. Okay. What's
Ready?
what's that on the corner of the table?
Wait,
Paige,
before
what?
we do this,
Oh.
That looks fun.
have you guys ever played this before?
I don't know what it is.
This is called catchphrase.
Oh.
This is the tradition on the podcast. We end with boys versus girls catchphrase. We
And
played it 3.
And I tell this to all our guests. The reason there's a crack in the back, Paige doesn't like to lose.
Oh.
And
I
that thing
spiked
may
it
have
one
hit the
time.
ground a few times.
I
Wow.
did
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it.
Good to know.
No pressure, Sarah. Get out.
Yes.
So now I have to say what I
going
hear.
around.
Is right?
Yep.
Exactly. So I will give you clues. You cannot say the word that's on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
can give clues to anything
It's like
else. And
taboo.
we'll be
It's
pretty
like taboo.
lenient.
Yeah.
If we're playing
Yes.
in our living room, like we don't mess around with like you can't do rhyming words, you can't. But here, like we are a little more
Yeah.
lenient. So
Paige and I are super competitive. And only press the big button next.
yeah, when your
Unless
partner
otherwise
guesses it,
instructed.
press next.
Here we go.
And then so you listen for the sound. I'm gonna hold it close to the mic so that maybe actually listeners
Yep.
can hear.
All right,
the-
have Matt say stop.
Okay, Matt, say stop. This is to pick our category.
Stop.
The world.
Oh.
Pretty sure you categorized him as worldly earlier,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling
Worldly.
really good about myself and ourselves.
I think we're tied too. I think we're tied,
Bob
boys.
is so distracting, by the
Yeah,
way.
I
Like
know.
looking right at
Like
me.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a strategy.
he'll stare at you forever.
Judging.
Do you want to live with that?
Always.
you
No, I don't.
No. See.
Shove your fluffy white.
All right, Sarah.
Okay.
Come to me.
Sarah. No, but I'm doing this so that
You're passing it to me.
Yes, I'm passing to you.
Is this
We're
where we
going
fight?
clockwise.
Let's fight.
Welcome
And-
to catchphrase. Oh dang.
And she
Stand by.
blew.
Okay. Okay. This is if a person leaves their country and goes to another one, they are a.
Expat.
But Trump now has an anti-policy,
Immigration.
but not the shun. They're just the person is an
Sad.
the person
who doesn't-
Oh,
this person
Immigration.
but they are a
Immigrant.
yes.
I was promised there would be no politics. Not a king, but a.
Queen.
Not a father, but a.
Son.
Not a father, but a.
Mom.
Father.
Mother.
Put those together.
Queen mother.
Jake gets really
What do
mad
I
at
say?
his partners.
Matt, I will kill you.
Okay. So there was a movie about this, a king who couldn't talk very well.
Oh, the King's Speech.
Yes. And you're not paying for it, so it's
Free? The free speech.
yes.
Hit the big button.
Okay. Another way to say us.
We.
That was it.
Point girls.
That was it? It was we?
Yeah, I mean, but no, there was more.
Oh, sorry. What we? Yeah.
And this was
That's
a
a hard
tough
game.
one.
That was a
I
tough
know.
one.
Hard game.
It gets very like.
All right, you only had it for a second, so you can start.
Yeah,
Just
you can
press
start.
start. Stop.
If
Okay.
we get the point, we win.
Here we go.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay, this is someone who goes into other worlds and lands to look for things.
Traveler.
Just
Time
what-
traveler.
And
Conquistador.
And by the way, if I break up with someone, they are now my
Expat. X.
Yes.
X.
right. It's also the name of an SUV.
Suburban, Excalibur, Excursion.
Keep going.
Excursion
and
man.
I go into other worlds and I look for things. And
Excursion leader. Excursion
is also the name of a spaceship that went into space.
Excursion Challenger Excursion. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Excursion person. Excursion.
I'm the worst.
Is it excursion the word?
No.
Nope.
Oh, excursion.
I can't believe you're not getting this. You used to have one.
Oh, Xterra?
Is that true?
Xterra?
Because that's also not the word.
Oh. Well, you don't get the point.
You didn't know the word.
Explorer.
Thank you.
Explorer.
OMG. Wow.
I could have done better. I'm going to put this on me.
Can we do it again?
No. Yes.
No.
This is on me.
I did say yes at first, but I
That
can't.
for sure is on me.
Yeah.
I love this game. We play it every episode. And now there is proof in like a million different mediums.
We won, but just to redeem yourselves, the boys, do you want to do one more?
No, let's get it around because now he feels like he's got to nail it because he's dealing with someone who's terrible at this. Sorry.
Okay.
And we're out of time.
I
had an Xterra. Go figure. That really, really helped me out there. You used to drive one, you idiot. An Xterra. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well, you could have at least guessed Xterra.
Christopher Columbus, the famous Xterra. Gosh.
Even I got that. Which
I am sweating profusely.
Well, we start off with
me too.
Sarah shuts. It's so hot in here.
These are armpits showing.
Leprechaun.
These are armpits showing.
I know, I kept
Shirts.
saying leprechaun to the street.
All right. Well, the girls
That's
just
my
kicked our butts,
strategy.
guys. What's next for you?
Yeah,
you got a game show that's currently underway.
Yeah, we didn't
You've
talk about
got
that.
retreats, so we want to hear what's coming next.
What's next, and where can people follow you if they want to stay in touch with you?
You want to go?
Oh, at Luscious Mother on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
That's
did
your
you get
preferred?
that? How has no one
I know.
had that?
I know.
Can you imagine?
Great job.
Glenn
You
Doyle's
are
gonna
the
be so
OG
jealous.
Luscious Mother.
OG.
And you walk the talk. You are luscious.
Okay.
You are a mother.
Guys?
Do you guys want us to leave the room for a little bit?
I think we established that your daughter's listening.
He's thinking he's just
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not always luscious. I'm very human, which makes it luscious.
even more luscious.
That's
Exactly.
right. Very human.
Yes.
A lot of humanity.
So at Luscious Mother, follow you on Instagram and look out for your retreat coming up this fall or winter.
Winter.
right?
retreat, and I have a group coaching program for moms starting in October.
Oh, cool.
Love it.
That anyone can be a part, contact you to. Okay.
Sleeve of Oreos was my favorite line.
Sleeve of Oreos.
Just you smash a sleeve of Oreos. Is this you? And I'm like, yes, but I'm not a mom. Is that weird?
Can I still?
I still crush Oreo sleeves. I'm a dad. I need a dad retreat. Luscious dads.
We could work on that.
The end.
See?
What about you? You always got something cooking.
I got
What's
a
in the
few
kitchen?
things. So what's in the kitchen right now? Of course, Creative Mornings every month. We have some amazing speakers for the rest of the year. Basically, we have 2017 pretty much set in terms of our
Sweet.
speakers.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we know all of our themes through the end of 2018, so
Wow.
we're already working on next year as well.
What's Friday?
This Friday is going to be, the theme is equality, and we have Abby Corrigan, who is playing one of the leads in the National Tour of Fun Home, who just happened to, the Fun Home played at the Blumenthal at the Night Theater this past week, and she's got a week off. So
Wow.
She's
Perfect.
incredible. We saw it last night.
She's
Die.
amazing.
Oh,
To
cool.
die.
And
so
as
talented.
usual, she's gonna and she's gonna take her own unpredictable approach into the theme of equality. It won't be what people are expecting, which
Cool.
is pretty cool. Of course, Queen City Quiz Show is a summer series funded by the Knight Foundation, so that's happening. Our next ones are basically every month up until October 7th.
You ever bring it down south? You hear that?
Outside
There it
of
was.
Chantilly?
Pregnant pause. Valentine, Blakeney.
Oh,
Wow.
right.
You know
Well,
what?
but
Nope.
let
Matt,
me
you're
give you a
done.
little
Cut 'em
Valentine
off.
love. Now listen, Valentine Magazine and I are collaborating on a thing. If you look at the back page of Valentine Magazine, there's a thing called Creative Spark. And we are highlighting a creative person from the Valentine area every month. So we've been doing that, or excuse me, every quarter. I think it's a quarterly magazine. So just check that out. And
Yeah.
if you know people in Valentine who are up to creative things, have them submit.
Check out the summer issue, by the way.
I
You
will.
guys have a big old spread.
We have yeah.
That's
It's
exciting.
Oh, I can't wait to
it's
see
a
that.
lot of
little
failing.
I'm sorry?
I can't wait to see
You
it.
haven't.
I haven't
Well, I
seen
haven't been to a
it.
Creative Mornings.
I was
So
going to
here's the
say,
deal.
call it
I'm going to go to a
Creative
Creative Mornings. You're going to open a Valentine magazine.
True.
Yeah.
We've crossed a lot of things off the list tonight.
And I'll say one other thing too, which
Hit
is
it.
about to start this month, which is that the Observer has asked me to be on
I saw that
a
whole
group
page.
of
Yeah.
contributing editorial writers. So I'll be writing one editorial a month for the Observer for the next year. So
Awesome.
Love
it's
it.
another way to just kind of keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
if you will.
What's your preferred method to connect with people?
You can go on basically Matt Olin Creates on Twitter. I'm on
So
Instagram.
you're on everything, but like, do you spend more time at one?
I probably spend more time on Facebook, but that kind of.
I like
On your
Facebook.
personal page?
Nobody
Yeah.
likes
Your
Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook?
I'm a
No,
personal.
Facebook. People do. You're on your personal?
Yeah.
But what I really want people to do is go to charlotteiscreative.com
There you
and
go.
sign up
There
for our
you go.
newsletter. That is the Creative Mornings Charlotte page, and you can sign up for our newsletter there and be
Okay.
given alerts on the next events and that sort of
And
thing.
you guys can just call Matt. He'll put you on the list.
Oh man, there it is.
There we go.
There's the thank you.
Ting!
Bing.
There you
Oh,
go.
fresh crack.
Oh, yes!
Fresh crack.
You want to give a
Sorry.
quick shout?
Sorry, Garrett. I just put it all
Sorry,
over
Gary, just sprayed all over the board.
Not
And
the
on
first
that
time.
note, Matt and Sarah Olin, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys.
That
Thank
was
you so
awesome.
much. You guys are awesome, and hopefully you'll come back to Skill Pop another time.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah. Glad
Oh,
you
I
had a
love
good
Skill
experience.
Pop. Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
Thanks,
Cool.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
You got it.
Thank you.
Sweaty earlobes.
Sweaty ears.
Thank you.
Yep.
And everyone, don't
Thanks,
adjust your hair for a
Facebook.
second and see whose hair looks the most amazing.
Oh,
Yours
sweaty
looks
ears.
the same.
Same.
Everyone's looking good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Good.
Is it on this
full-
phone or? is
You
it
have
on-
like luscious mom hair going. Like I feel like
It's so
What?
easy
Oh, yeah.
now that it's
Yep.
short.
Bye Facebook.
Guys, that is
See you, Facebook.
that is so fun, guys.
That was
This is
fun.
so much